What's up, guys? So I'm going to be showing you how you can apply for the PPP. This is going to be for the PPP first draw. Now, what the PPP first draw is pretty much if you've never ever received the first one. Okay, so right now there's a PPP that you can either apply for the PPP 1 or the PPP 2. If you have never, ever in your lifetime, ever received the PPP, you're going to want to apply for the PPP first draw if you qualify. So this is if you never miss one. So who can apply? This applies for nonprofits, veteran organizations, tribal concerns, self-employed individuals, sole proprietorships, and independent contractors. So guys, if you receive a 1099, if you do something like DoorDash or OnlyFans, you have an Etsy shop, or you're a subcontractor, you qualify. Here's what's really important, and this is what I want you to get in your head. So I'm going to do a little stretch before I say this. You don't need an LLC to apply for the PPP. Yeah, you don't need an LLC to apply for the PPP. Say it with me now. You don't need an LLC to apply for the PPP. Say it with me now. You don't need an LLC to apply for the PPP. Okay, focus. Okay, guys, so you don't need an LLC to apply for the PPP. You just need a business. So the IRS considers a business as two things. One, if you're doing an activity. This activity that you're doing, you have to be doing something that allows you to make an income or profit, okay? So that's the first thing that qualifies a business. The second one is you're doing this activity with continuity and regularity. So you're doing it on a regular basis, like 5 days a week. If you're doing something like that, I can't catch my breath. If you're doing something like that, then you pretty much qualify as a business. So remember, you don't need an LLC to take the PPP. Okay, so that's what's really important. Here are the requirements though. So this activity I was mentioning, it has to have been established, or you have to have been doing this activity before February 15th, 2020. Also, in your business, you have to have less than 500 employees, and then you also have to have a positive net income in prior years. So if your business or your self-employment work was at a loss in 2019, then unfortunately you would not qualify. So the deadline to apply is March 31st, 2021. So that is the deadline. Now, here are the forgiveness requirements. So the PPP works pretty much what the PPP is. It is a stimulus checks for small business owners and the self-employed. So that's kind of how the stimulus check works. Gotta make sure my mic is on. Yeah, my mic is on. Yeah, so that's how the stimulus check works. It's pretty much a stimulus check for small business owners and the self-employed. Really, it comes in the form of a loan, but this loan can be forgiven if you meet certain requirements. And here are the requirements if you're self-employed. During an 8 to 24 week period, so you have an option of choosing 8 weeks or choosing 24 weeks. You get that option. I strongly recommend when you're applying for forgiveness that you choose the 24-week option. Okay, that's the option you get. At least 60% of the proceeds, so 60% of the money you receive goes to payroll costs. So if you're self-employed, just pay yourself. That's the easiest way to get forgiveness. Also, the money must be spent on other eligible expenses. So this includes things like business rent, business utilities, if your business was affected during the riots, or paying for protective equipment for yourself or your employees inside of your business. So once you guys understand that, it's time to apply. So let's go ahead and jump into the application. Also, oh my gosh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, it went away. Okay, cool, so let's jump right into the application. Let's get started with this. And guys, don't worry. I'm giving you the link to this same application. It's going to be in the bio. So go ahead and click it and let's follow along. Let's do it together. Come on. No, seriously, let's do it together. Come on, let's go, let's go. Okay, so most of you guys probably are just going to be self-employed. So where it says company name, just go ahead and enter your first name and your last name. So we'll go ahead and hit Zerital because that is our name. So that'll be the name of our company. Also, go ahead and put your address. So we live on 123 Chicken Street. Right, Chicken Street. City is Feather City, Texas, and we live at 75599. Or I'm just making this up. 7521. All right, then actually enter your first name and your last name. So we're into Zerital, and then our email address zerital@gmail.com. We'll enter a phone number. Got that. I hope that's enough numbers. So Zerital, it's a business, and Zeri sells chicken sandwiches. All right. So in this case, we'll just be a sole proprietorship. Now, if you're an independent contractor, you can put that monthly spend payroll. Okay, so this is really important. This is how you're going to determine your monthly spend payroll. Make sure you have your 2019 or your 2020 tax return filed. So most of you guys are going to file what's called a Schedule C. So let me go ahead and look that up for you guys. Okay, so this is what a Schedule C is going to look like. Depending on what year you're using, it's either going to say 2020 or it's going to say 2019. Okay, cool. So when you're applying for the PPP, guys, this is really important. Let me stretch before I say this. Make sure you choose the Schedule C with the larger net income, okay? So you can find your net income on Schedule C by going to line 31. Line 31 will show you your net income. Pretty much what the Schedule C is if you're an independent contractor, you're sole proprietor. Okay, if you're more than likely if you're watching this video, you're going to file a Schedule C with your personal tax return. At the top is your income. Right here in the middle is your expenses, and at the bottom it gives you your net income. So let's say your Schedule C, for example, says $100,000, right? So you have about maybe $200,000 in sales, and your expenses were $100,000. Okay, so that'll get you your pretty much your net income. Okay, which is like $100,000 there. All right, so you're gonna take this number. Right, you're gonna take this number, you're gonna pull out your calculator, you're gonna pull out your handy dandy little calculator, you're gonna take 100, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna divide that by 12. That's your monthly payroll, okay? So it's that Schedule C, line 31 divided by 12. That is your monthly payroll. So for this case, you see our monthly payroll is $8,333.33. And so that's our monthly payroll. So we know it's between, and most of you guys is probably going to be between this $1,200 and $20,000 range. And then did you receive a PPP loan in 2020? No, this is our first one. Our first PPP, all right? So the first PPP. Then we're going to go ahead and hit start application. Now what Wompy does here, it tries to match you with the best lender. So it's going to match you with the best lender according to the criteria you entered in. So right here on our screen, you can see that we got matched with Fountainhead. So it's going to ask us to enter our email address, so zerital@gmail.com. It's going to send us a code. So once you have you check your email, once you have your code in, you're going to be at a screen like this. If you already had a PPP loan, go ahead and select that. But you know, this is our first time. This is our first time. So we're going to select no PPP loan, first draw loan, choose this. Okay, so we're going to hit no on this. And this is also where you can check your eligibility. So I would, advise all you guys to go ahead and click check eligibility. So was your business in operation by February 15, 2020? Was your business in operation in fall of 2019? Yes. Was your business seasonal employer? No. You guys can cover over this to see what a seasonal employer is. It's a company that operates for no more than 7 months. So we'll hit no because we be going hard all 12 months. Okay. Does your business employ people besides the owners? No, just us. No, none of that. No, and guys, I know I'm kind of going through this, but make sure you guys read this thoroughly. I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. Hit next. Okay, so here's the eligibility value. So into value. So this is where I was speaking at earlier. You want you. You want to choose the Schedule C that has the higher net income to maximize this amount. So for this example, we're going to use 2019. Okay, so we'll use 2019. Remember our average monthly payroll? We already did that. It was that Schedule C, line 31 divided by 12, which is 8333.33. Okay. And then you'll see it start to calculate our PPP loan down here, which is 20,833. Number of employees, if it's just yourself, go ahead and leave one. Do you wish to refinance the item? Nah, we're good. Your business, including affiliate, must meet one of the requirements. We have no more than 500 employees. Next. Okay, cool. And then the business legal name. So once again, guys, your business legal name, if you're not registered, anything, you don't have LLC, it's just going to be your first name. It's your first name. So our name is Ziri Tao. Okay. Business phone number. Go ahead and enter that phone number in. Boom, 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 boom. Your business address. So we hit 123 Chicken Street, Feather City, Texas. All caps. 75201. And guys, I'm just making this information up for the purpose of this videos. I'm not actually gonna submit this application, but if it helps you guys to understand, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm about, baby. Okay. And then you're gonna enter your business industry code. Okay. So guys, you should know your business industry code regardless. But you can start typing in keywords right here, and hopefully pop up. You can also click right here where it says click here to find the code. You can. But we own a food stand, so hopefully it would come up. So, well, we sell chicken sandwiches, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this so you guys can kind of see what it works. So we own a food stand. All right, so we have a chicken sandwich. We sell chicken sandwiches. Mobile food services, there we go. So our code is 722, I'm gonna just copy it, okay? I'm gonna just copy it. I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna enter it in right there. There we go, mobile food services. And then how is it structured? So if you're not an LLC, if you don't have a DBS and anything like that, you're just a sole proprietorship. If you have an LLC, you can select that. You're an independent contractor, you can select that as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're not registered or nothing. We are a sole proprietorship. Date of establishment. So this is where you're going to enter in when your business started. So remember, guys, in order to qualify for this, your business has had to been started before February 15th, 2020. Employer identification number. So this is if you have an EIN. If you don't have an EIN, just put, no EIN, all right? If you're looking to get an EIN, you can always get one for free from the IRS by going to irs.gov/EIN. An EIN is pretty much a social security number for your business. You'll need it for when you open things like a business bank account or when you're hiring employees, okay? So the next question is, a business a franchise? We ain't no franchise. We ain't no McDonald's. we got chicken sandwiches. Why did I get so excited to say that? We got chicken sandwiches. We ain't no McDonald's. We ain't no franchise. All right, got the best chicken sandwiches in the world. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead next on this one. This is where we enter our business information. So we're gonna go ahead and enter our first name. Go ahead and enter our last name. Go ahead and enter our email address at gmail.com. Then we'll go ahead and enter our phone number, 345. Job title, we'll put owner, date of birth. We were born January 1st, 2000. Okay. This is where you enter your social security number. So if you have one of those, just go ahead and pop it in, baby. Ownership, 100% owner. The owner address, this is where you will enter your address. This is it's totally fine. This is the same as the business address. We'll do Chicken Street, so we'll put They really don't like that I put Chicken Street. We'll put, we live in Feather City, Texas. It's just like, we don't know that address. Boy, who do you think you is? 75201. These business address, choose one. And this is all voluntary right here. You do not have to fill out this information. And then boom, once we have that completed, we're going to move on to the next step, which is the government declarations, okay? So what are you going to use the money for? Well, payroll costs, we're going to pay ourselves. We can use it to pay business utilities. We can also use it to pay rent. Then is the United States a principal place of residence for all employees? So yeah, do you live in the United States? If you're just for yourself, then yes. Do any of the owners or any other businesses? Nope. Does the business receive SBA economic idle loan? Nope, we didn't. Is the business a franchise? Nope, we're not a franchise. We're gonna go hit next. Guys, I know I'm kind of just hitting no, yes on these and kind of just reading them real quickly, but definitely go through them and read them thoroughly before you answer them. If you just answer them just haphazardly, you could be potentially committing fraud. So answer those and be honest, okay? So are any of the owners the borrowed? I'm gonna just put no for these. Go ahead and put my initials. I'm putting no. And I'll put my initials. So now that I have that set up and ready to go, I'm just gonna hit move forward. Make sure you guys read that. Certifications. Read all of these, guys. Read all of these, okay? This is really important. For the purpose of this video, I'm just initialing, but make sure you read all of these. This is really important, okay? If you don't, you're fraud. Also, guys, while I'm talking about fraud and things like this, the purpose of this video is to help legit business owners, okay? If you're just out here trying to pocket this PPP money, you know, go get you some, absolutely not. I ain't with that. This is not I want to say this very clearly. The purpose of this video is to help legit business owners, legit self-employed people who are actually in need of this money. I'm not doing this to help someone just, you know, get accepted for the PPP. Get out my face if you're with that, because I ain't with that. Okay, cool. So now that we have all that entered in, we'll go ahead and hit next. And this is where now we're in the section where you upload the documents, where you're gonna have to pay a little bit closer to. So your entity formation documents. So this is something like if you have a 1099, if you're something like that, you can upload that 1099. At this point, they're just asking for proof for, you know, everything you're saying. So this is that 2019 Schedule C form right here. Bank statements. So if you can upload those bank statements, maybe highlight your income. Definitely on there. Your driver license that matches the name of the application. Any canceled check. The canceled check, you want to cancel check from the same spot that you want your PPP money to go into. Any additional supporting documentation that you can provide, a 2020 invoice, bank statement, book of record to show the business wasn't operating as February 15, 2020. So if you have something like QuickBooks, throw that in there. If you have invoiced a client or a customer, throw that in there. And then also any type of bank statements that can prove that. Payroll summary. That's if you have like employees, it's like a 940, 941. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't worry about it if you don't have any employees. If there's no payroll report available, you can also upload W-2s that you've issued to your employees. And then the last one is the email wire info document. And here's what it look like. And here's what it looks like. So it says your borrower name. So you would just put your name, Ziri Tao. Signer name, or you put your business name if that was your business name, Ziri Tao, and then the email address. You guys already know that. Just enter the email address, ziritao@gmail.com, and then wire instructions. So this is where you'll enter your banking info and where you want that PPP money to go to. Once you have all that completed, guys, just go ahead and hit submit. I am not going to hit submit because I'm not gonna, this application is bogus. And I just did it for you guys to help you guys out. So if you found value in this video, can you, do the little thumb up? Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you subscribe? My goal is to grow this YouTube channel. I definitely want to hit 10,000 subscribers within the next month or two. So if you guys can make that happen, that would be dope. I'd appreciate it, and I'm going to continue to drop content for you guys. I will see you on another day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.